Lows of 10 to 20 below and blizzard conditions over the weekend. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for clicking on to tonight's Weather Extra. This will be the second blizzard for a large portion of the air, at least potential blizzard anyway. It hasn't happened yet. But the one we always forget was the one that happened in Waldo County into down East Maine right around Thanksgiving. So some areas, this could be the third blizzard of the season so far. So here we go. Just one of those winters. Here's satellite radar tonight. We are tracking clear skies. Hey, it is cold out there tonight. Lows will dip to about 10 to 20 below for a large portion of the area. We have a clipper system. It's fairly weak at this point, approaching from the west. This will be our storm system as it tracks off to the south in a fashion like that. It redevelops south of Cape Cod and moves up into the Gulf of Maine and up over Nova Scotia. So this storm is going to intensify pretty rapidly over the weekend. Here's what we can expect out of this. The snow develops during the afternoon tomorrow, but I still think the heaviest bands will be arriving between 6 p.m. on Saturday and extending through 1 p.m. on Sunday. Our strongest winds arrive. That should be disregarded. That should be Sunday morning, not Saturday morning. It's Sunday morning. We'll have gusts 45 to 55 miles per hour. Our winds on Saturday really won't be a big deal at all. It's Sunday. I really need to fix that. Sunday, we'll have our strongest winds. Blizzard conditions are likely, 1 to 2 feet of snow, highest along the coastline, and yes, significant drifting and blowing should be expected. All right, blizzard warnings are up, areas in red. We have winter storm warnings, areas in pink. What does it take for a blizzard warning? This is what you're expecting in the warning area. Visibility reduced to a quarter mile or less due to falling or blowing snow. You need winds sustained or frequent gusts of 35 miles per hour or greater, and you need that to happen for 3 hours or more. And that is what we are expecting, especially on Sunday morning. It's going to take a little while to get those winds to kick in, but that should really certainly take place by after midnight and more so towards the morning hours Sunday. Air temperatures are cold tonight. We're running the single digits. Some wind chill values are below zero. In fact, look at these wind chills up on Mount Washington, 60 degrees below zero already. Hey, what do you do when it's this cold? Well, you make an ice desk. This is the new addition to the CBS 13 news desk here. This is outside. We're going to be taking our newscasts and weathercasts outside this weekend, so tune in if you want to see us freeze this weekend. Should be rather interesting, especially on Sunday with the biting wind chills and the snow blowing sideways. We're going to try to bring you some news and weather from at our new ice desk. All right. It won't melt anyway anytime soon. Satellite radar, again, there's a storm approaching from the west. This is our clipper system, and notice how it tracks south of us. It really starts to intensify during the nighttime hours tomorrow and into Sunday. This is 5 p.m. tomorrow. Notice some light snow breaking out, but the storm system is bombing out. We call this bombogenesis out in the Gulf of Maine and moving out over Nova Scotia. Heaviest bands, again, should be Saturday night into Sunday. Closer inspection on Storm Tracker. Notice how cold it is tonight. Well below zero. In fact, these temps may even be a few degrees too warm. We will have clouds increasing by morning, and I think we'll start with thickening clouds tomorrow. If your plans take you outdoors, I think we're in pretty good shape during the morning. As far as snow goes, it's going to be very cold Saturday morning. I just don't anticipate any snow until the afternoon. So light snow breaks out during the afternoon hours, and the key word there is light. I don't anticipate any heavy snow until at least the evening, and more so towards the overnight and into early Sunday. You can see that a little bit better with the dark shades of blue starting to show up. Those indicate some heavy bands of snow with snowfall rates probably around 1 to 3 inches per hour here. Also take note of the temperature setup. Boy, it's going to be cold out there with a wind gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour. Wind chills will be below zero. All right, the snow starts to lighten up in intensity during the afternoon from west to east. Those of you from mid-coast into down east, it's going to take a little while to get rid of the snow late on Sunday, but it should start to lighten up during the afternoon, and it should be moving out by Monday. Monday, we'll start to see some improvement with some sunshine returning. A good day to dig out, but it's going to be cold. This is what we're expecting for snowfall accumulations. No major changes. I think most areas will get a solid 1 to 2 feet of snow out of this. The greater Portland area up to Sebago Lake, Lewis and Auburn, Augusta, Waterville, back down to Sanford, probably about 14 to 20 inches of snow. From Bath, Brunswick, points east over to Rockland, Bar Harbor, Bangor, 18 to 24 plus. I think there will be spots that may get up to 3 feet of snow over Washington County. Areas that have been hit the hardest this winter, like Eastport, breaking all those records a few days, actually about a week ago. They're probably going to get hit the hardest with this one. Head farther inland, Oxford Hills, up into Farmington area, northern Androscoggin County, up to about Kingfield, Carrabassett Valley, 10 to 14, 6 to 10, closer to the international border. Now, it is worth mentioning the snowfall measuring is going to be very difficult, to say the least, just due to the fact that we'll have significant blowing and drifting on Sunday. So, That's what we're expecting anyway to fall. We'll see what happens. We may play with those numbers a little bit over the weekend, so stay tuned as we get new information coming into the weather office here. As far as winds go, we could expect our strongest winds along the coastline over the higher elevations. I think our peak wind gusts will probably be about 45 to 55 miles per hour. Winds won't be quite as strong, but respectable over inland towns, well inland. I want to show you our projected wind gusts. This is run off the RPM model starting around 6 p.m. Saturday. The reason I want to start here, I want to show you how the winds really will not play a role in tomorrow's forecast at all. I really don't think the wind is going to be a big deal on Saturday. Notice the winds gusting maybe 10 to 15 miles per hour and nothing we can't handle. But as we go through the overnight, and more so into early Sunday morning, 6 a.m., notice how those wind gusts really start to ramp up. We're seeing gusts of 45 to 55 miles per hour, especially along the coastline, and that will extend through the entire day. So even when the snow stops or lightens up, we will have significant blowing and drifting that will continue to reduce visibility down to a quarter mile or less. I think that's why the Weather Service is keeping that blizzard warning in effect right through Monday morning. So again, the snow will lighten up during that period, but we're going to have significant blowing and drifting, just keeping the visibility down during that period. All right, snow develops in the afternoon tomorrow. Heaviest snowfall tomorrow night and through the day Sunday. Winds will be at their strongest on Sunday. Monday looks cold with brighter. Clouds increase again on Tuesday. Our next storm moves in Wednesday. Right now it doesn't look like a blockbuster, but more accumulating snow appears to be in the cards. Some inland towns will be a little bit colder, but that's it. You know, your normal high for this date is about 34 degrees. This is getting ridiculous, right? At least our ice desk will not be melting anytime soon. So that's the way things look. We'll have more updates coming up tonight on Fox 23 at 10, CBS 13, 11. And Amanda will have more updates first thing tomorrow morning. We'll see you then. Have a nice night.